What's up? What's up? What's up? Try B-I-B-I jazz. Try B-I-B-I. Hi, guys. How are you doing? How's everything going? How was your life today? I guess I would say right now, as I'm filming this today, we've just completed a holiday. So I almost asked you how was your holiday, but that would be obsolete if you're watching this in like May. So anywho, we are doing another installment of Tribe Chat. And my name is Amber O, in case you don't know. I am the owner, operator, and founder of Leading Little Arrows. And we are a collective of moms and dads, home educators, and kids, and pet turtles. We all have the common goal of providing rest and rejuvenation to the stressed out, overwhelmed, overworked homeschool parent. Okay? So this tribe chat, I'm just going a little bit deeper. I love giving you guys the tips, but there's one thing that I know the most or the best, or I am an expert in, is being the primary home educator in our home. And I want to just take a pause on giving you a bunch of information on how to do this life to check in on you and make sure that we're taking care of your brain, of your mental health, of your self-care. So we've talked about a lot of things, and today I'm going to talk about why it is important to join either a homeschool co-op or a support group, why that's important. Because I've seen a lot about people saying, I don't do homeschool groups. Co-ops are not for me. And I understand why someone might say that if they have not found their perfect group, if they've been burned. And trust me, I've been in a couple of co-ops where I've been burned and mistreated. So I understand how you would just want to turn that off. But here's the one thing that I've learned about being in ministry and also being in around people in any type of group, any type of organization, is that people hurt sometimes. But just got to dust it off, right? You got to heal from it and really don't count everybody out. So that's my free advice for today. And if I haven't made you angry enough to turn me off, we'll go right into the topic. So I have my notes right here. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because as awesome as I think I am, I do have mom brain. And sometimes the thoughts just go out the door. All right, so joining a homeschool co-op or group is helpful, but because it provides you with a support system to talk about difficulties as well as connecting you with like-minded families. So I started this journey in 2009, if you want to get technical, officially in 2011, but mainly 2009. I started this journey, and at first it was isolating, and I needed validation all the time, and I didn't have that. So I looked at blogs and looking at YouTube videos like you're doing right now. And if you're a newbie homeschooler, you're probably feeling a lot of the same reservations and insecurities that I felt starting off. What changed for me? What was the tipping point or the turning point for me is when I actually got into a group with people that I felt that I could be myself with, that I felt were non-judgmental, and those people actually taking the time to encourage me and to give me tips. So in our own tutorial, I tried to think about the homeschooling parent more than I think about the child. I know that sounds insane because we're doing this for our kids. However, if I can support the parent, I can effectively support up to I know some homeschoolers have 8 kids. So I can technically, by just pouring energy into the 1 to 2 parents, I can affect 8 additional people. So that's pretty cool. So in our tutorial, the families come in and very quickly, they become a part of a tribe. And so during tough times, we cry, When moms or kids or dads have birthdays, we celebrate. When there's a birth, we do a meal train. We rally around this new little baby that's coming to our little tribe. It's so exciting. And as a leader, sometimes I still need encouragement. I know I'm leading this thing, but it's nice to have people who I can lean on, who I can share my dreams for LLA, my insecurities, all of that. When I feel completely alone and like, oh my gosh, I'm just in here. And the wonderful thing about LLA is like, we're not like anybody else. But also the downside of LLA is we're not like anybody else. So when I'm trying to get comfort, or when I'm trying to brainstorm these crazy ideas that are placed into my brain, it can be a little isolating and a little overwhelming when I don't necessarily have someone along the line further that I can look to. So I find complete solace in my tribe. My ladies who tell me they see how hard I'm working for our group, and I'm working so hard on this new idea, and to be able to bounce ideas off of them, it's great. So even the leader needs a tribe. So you also, if you're going into high school, not you, but your child's going into high school, you'll be able to get some advice on transcripts or different subjects. We've had over the years a bunch of experts come in. We've had professional face painter teach art. We also had a professional artist teach art. We've had an engineer host a couple of STEM classes for us. We've had, IT professionals being willing to come in and teach some things for us. So I don't have to teach all these things. I am not, honestly, a good math person. But in our tribe, we had a retired math teacher who was, and she came in and tutored my daughter on her multiplication facts when we were having a hard time, in exchange for her child who had a special needs, and he needed some social skill, like practice on his social skills. So, and I have two very, very social boys that were able to help her son with that. So it was a great exchange. And we don't have to be the experts in everything in this life. We don't. I don't have to know how to make math make sense to my very moody child of the time. I don't have to. I don't have to know how to build a computer. I don't have to know how to be a photographer. All I need to know is, who do I ask? And I love our community online. And if you are on Facebook, even if you're not, if you're a homeschooler, go to Facebook right now. Go to Facebook, open up another tab, go and search Leading Little Arrows Homeschool Tribe. That's our group. That is where you can go and ask all kinds of questions. If your child has dyslexia, hey, what do I do? What kind of curriculum? Hey, what do I think my child may have autism? What are my next steps? There are moms who are chomping at the bit to answer you. They're like, please give me a question. I want to answer you, because we love helping and supporting each other. Now, if you're not local, or LLA is just not your thing, and I don't know why, but whatever, you should still find a group that can help you and take some of the load off of you. To teach your child, instead of just going off of your mind and what you can research, you can turn to your hive mind, which is like your little bee, your little community. Think of a bumblebee and how many bees it takes to support the queen, right? Well, that's what your group will do for you. They'll help you research relevant resources. I've researched stuff for people, and it has nothing to do with how it'll affect my child. I just want to help out. So do that. Go in the group, preferably ours. But there are also several reasons another reason to get involved in homeschooling community is to expand your understanding of the world. I am a Christian. I think I was born a Christian. Like, I'm 36 years and 9 months a Christian. However, my group is faith-based, but not Christian, because I want other people to come in, and I want to understand about, the Jewish holidays and Shabbat. I want to understand what Ramadan looks like for a family. I want to understand, how someone who's agnostic thinks. It expands my little world. I want conservative friends. I want libertarian friends. I want liberal friends because it helps me continue to have an open mind and see the world more than just my viewpoint. And that is why one of the pillars and key values in LLA is that we foster a multicultural environment. Students need to be exposed to people of all races, all nationalities, even dietary preferences, in order to learn how to deal with and empathize with people who are different than they are. I get the urge and the temptation to want to take your little baby and then just protect them and keep them in their little shell for the rest of their lives. I get that, but you're doing your child a disservice because when they get in the real world and they see somebody different than them, they're not going to know how to act. They're going to be confused or they're going to be small-minded versus giving your child a chance to experience these things and come to you in the safety of your home, and you can explain things from, a perspective that's probably a lot more healthy. So when you also have a child who is experiencing something that's different, they will also get opportunities to learn and express understanding and compassion. And that's going to make an amazing adult. If a child that's sitting next to you has a Down's diagnosis, or maybe they have an autistic diagnosis, that's going to expand their mind and give them a chance to say, oh, wait, the world's not all about me. How can I help my friend who experiences the world differently than me? And when you have people like that, and you're raising people like that, you have the opportunity to make world changers. So how will they ever do this if they do not have the opportunity to explore outside of your little house and your little community? Okay, I'm done. It's a hard topic for other people. I know co-ops and groups are sometimes taboo, but when you find one that makes sense, search them out, interview them. Find out, with Zoom now, anything's possible. You can interview and never leave your house. So that is my challenge for you this week. If you're not involved in a co-op or a homeschool group, get out there and look for one. All right. Till next time, guys. Bye.